I've seen a lot of anime, so it was pretty difficult to get it down to just, you know, 10 shows. I'm gonna go in order from, I guess, 10, 9, 8, I'm gonna go up rather than down. Or no. Yeah, no. Down rather than up. Whatever. That part doesn't matter. Number 10 would be Tokyo Ghoul. The only reason it's not higher is because the manga is better. The only reason it's on the list is because it's the reason, or it's the first, and so far, I guess, I've only read 3. It's the first manga that I've got into because the show was dope. Like Tokyo Ghoul Re, for those people who know what I'm talking about, they understand how dope that really is. Like it, they honestly ruined season 2. Season 2 in the manga was a lot better than it was in the show. But other than that, I mean, the idea, it's not necessarily new, but the way they have it done is dope. Kaneki as a character is like really, he's just easy to like per se, and there's a lot of other characters that are really dope. And for that reason, and pretty much that reason alone, it is number 10. Now number 9 would probably be Attack on Titan. Just because of most of the scenes that it has that are, when Eren yells, it is powerful. Like, you cannot tell me you don't, what is it called? Your skin doesn't, I don't know what that is. That sense, you know what sensation I'm talking about if you watch, shows like this. That we're just like, yo, that's dope as hell. That happens all the time, especially in the last episode of season 2. But I digress. So, recap: Tokyo Ghoul 9, Attack on Titan. Oh no, Tokyo Ghoul 10, Attack on Titan 9. My number 8 pick would probably be Akame ga Kill. Now that I think about it, because the show was dope. There was no this all friends, though nobody died. No, people die, and when they die, they are gone. They die brutally. It was Esdeath versus Akame was a really good fight. There's just so many moments leading up to that you can't help but like the show, essentially. If you stick with it, you will 100% like the show. So number 7 for me would probably be Assassination Classroom. It's sort of more of a, not as well known show, but it's really dope. The idea is something I've never seen before. It's just generic. The characters are dope. Just, I'm gonna be using the word dope a lot in this in this video because I don't know how to explain it. These are shows that you need to watch yourself for you to understand, I guess, what I'm trying to say. But Assassination Classroom is just, it is really good. I recommend it for basically anybody. So number 7 for me would, oh no, I already went through number 7. Excuse that. That was Assassination Classroom. I honestly recommend it. Like, take my word for it. You will enjoy it. Number 6 would probably be One Piece. Now, I would get crucified if someone from my squad were to see this. Not the squad that I play with, a different squad, NBN, Ninjas by Nature. Don't worry about it. I might go into that video. Don't worry about it. But I would get crucified if they found out I put One Piece at 6th out of my top 10. But the only reason is because One Piece is it is terrifyingly difficult to get into. The Usopp arc is slow. The beginning of the show is really slow. Like, I'm not gonna try to put any respect on his name in the beginning. But once you get past that Usopp arc, then you move up. Okay, you skip fillers if you want to. They're not that important, but stuff happens, like all fillers. Then you start to see the gem that is One Piece. Once you pass Usopp arc, once you hit Marineford, once you hit, just everything beyond that, the show is amazing. The show is addictive. The show is just beautiful. Now, the only reason it's not higher is because of that slow initial start. I tried to watch One Piece 3 different times before I actually, stuck with it. And every time I saw Usopp, I died. I died inside. I felt my soul leave my body for a little bit. And some characters are just unpleasant to look at. There's other anime that specialize in making every character look dope, look appealing. One Piece doesn't. They take what they want to make and they make it happen. And I appreciate that. Like that's really cool, but it does, push some people away. But for those who stick with it, they understand how good the show actually is. Number 5, not necessarily controversial, because I have a sincere spot in my heart for this show. Number 5 for me is Death Note. Now, if you don't know what Death Note is, you've never seen it. Up until about, Death Note time, I only watched action, I guess, anime. I mean, Death Note's somewhat action, but it's more mental mind games, and it was just a new experience entirely because the way Light outplayed L, the way L outplayed Light, and then N coming in and outplaying everybody. It was perfection. The only reason it's not higher is because I like fights. You can't take anime and just expect it to be as good as it possibly could without fights. That's just my opinion, but obviously this is a video about my opinion. Number 4, I have Hunter x Hunter. Now, this was originally higher on the list when I did the quick little top 5, but partially it's in the number 4 position because I've never actually finished the show. I have yet to. I am going to, don't get me wrong, but I am stuck in the little gap. I am stuck before the Meruem Netero fight, and I know that fight is amazing, but I'm stuck there. Hulu, the place that I watch most of these anime, does not extend past that point. Crunchyroll, however, does. The only thing is, I don't really have enough time to watch anime as much as I used to, which, I make time, believe me. But there's other shows that I'm watching right now that they don't necessarily prioritize over Hunter x Hunter, but it's just I can watch them with more ease. Whatever. Hunter x Hunter is 4th. It is dope. I know it's going to be better. Once I finish it, it's going to be higher on the list, I promise. Now, number 3 is going to be the Dragon Ball series. Aside from GT, I didn't really like it. But Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, all of that is crunched into one because I'm not going to rank them differently. 1, Dragon Ball was dope. Dragon Ball, little Goku, little Krillin. It was pretty cool. Once Dragon Ball Z came out, however, the first saga was the Saiyan saga. Now, we found out Goku had a brother. We saw the legend that is Vegeta, and ever since then, Vegeta has grown. I don't care about Goku. No, that's a lie. I like Goku. I used to like Gohan before he decided he wanted to study rather than save the world with powers. Why they decided to make the Great Saiyaman to make Gohan study? No idea. That is the worst mistake ever that the Dragon Ball series has, I guess, produced. Now, Vegeta, on the other hand, was one of their biggest accomplishments. Vegeta is my favorite Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, whatever character. And he continues to just, pile up what I think of him. In Super, I'll bust a nut over this dude. That's sus, but I don't care. Vegeta is the main reason why Dragon Ball is 3rd on the list. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Dragon Ball is, iconic Everybody knows what Dragon Ball is. But to me, the big point is Vegeta. The fights are cool. The powers are dope. The enemies are pretty cool, except for Majin Buu. He was pretty in my opinion. Frieza was by far the best villain. But I like the show nonetheless. Number 2, we have My Hero Academia. Now this show, I cannot put in words what it is to me. This show is honestly the most, since it's number 2, the second most amazing thing I've seen ever. This show will 100% become iconic later on. It is in season 2, it's still in season 2, and it has the following of a lot of people like this show, and I am one of them. I personally, favorite character, now I think about it, it's probably Bakugo and Todoroki. It's a mix between both of them, because Bakugo is just that standard, he reminds me a lot of Vegeta. I get the Vegeta vibes from him. And Todoroki's just a genius. He's sort of like a Neji, essentially. But both of them aren't like the characters that they have their differences. They are their own character. And because My Hero Academia doesn't just have one person in the lead at all times and everybody else falls behind them, because everybody's slowly building up together, it just makes the show a lot better for me than, let's say a show like Bleach. Like, Bleach is a good show, don't get me wrong. But it's just, who is anybody but Ichigo, pretty much. Like, everybody has some power, don't get me wrong. Everybody's, like, strong. But in that kind of anime, who are these side characters to the main? Now, big anime have, I guess, that problem. And like my number 1, I can also say this is its sort of deal. The main characters are stronger than the other ones by far. Now, if you haven't already guessed it, my number 1 is Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. For a lot of reasons. The story is amazing. The fights are amazing. Most of them. Some of them are just animated poorly. But for the most part, it's the story that you feel the story. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you understand every little part of the story. From Naruto, my favorite character is Nagato, which is also where my YouTube name comes from. Because in the reanimated Nagato versus Itachi, Killer Bee, and Naruto fight, he says that Naruto is the perfect final chapter. The perfect final chapter. Jiraiya is, the beginning chapter, and he is the failed second chapter. I don't know. The show is dope. The fights are amazing. And it's the reason why this list and these shows are even, I even know about them. Without Naruto, there's a chance I never would have gotten into anime. And I mean, what more can I say? It is by far my favorite anime. Will it get passed up? I doubt it. But I'll be open to a show like My Hero Academia. If it keeps going on the track that it's on, it might. Now, what are your top 10 favorite anime? I'd like to know. If you can't decide, leave a pile, But that's gonna be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry if the mic quality is pretty ass. I'm trying to get that fixed. But for now, all we can do is bear through it, struggle together. So yeah, I'll talk to you on the next one. Deuces.